Okay, so this is the last video. Yes, you are almost done for the notes. And this is talking about applications of exponential functions. And basically, one of the most common examples of exponential growth is an investment earning continuously compounded interest. And there's two formulas that you'll need to know. One is for n compoundings per year. So if you have a certain number of compounding that if you have a certain number, let me start over. I'm trying to get through this, but if you have a certain number of compoundings per year, so if it's quarterly or bi-weekly, weekly, monthly, this is per year. That's what n represents. And so you're going to use the formula A equals P times the quantity 1 plus R over n to the nt, where A represents your balance in an account, P represents the principal, R represents the annual interest rate, and this will probably be given to you in a percent, but you have to change it to a decimal. And T, of course, T will represent our time, and the time will be in years. So you might have some problems, and you may have something on the homework where if your time isn't in years, sometimes you have to convert it into years first. Okay, so that's if you have n compoundings per year. If you're told that it's a continuous compounding, then you use the formula A equals P times e to the RT. Notice that exponential function, where the variables, they represent the same as above, but now we don't have that n because we're not doing compoundings per year. We're just having a continuous compounding. Okay. So let's look at example 5 and work this one out together. And then as you can see to your left, we have your video quiz question 3. So you just have 3 questions for your quiz, although I know they may take different steps. Okay, so for example 5, the problem says we have a total of $12,000 is invested at an annual interest rate of 9%. Find the balance after 5 years if it is compounded quarterly. Okay, so once they say find the balance, we already know they want us to find A. And if they want us to find A, that must mean they've given us enough information to find the other variables. Okay, so our principal was given, so that's $12,000. And we're given that it's invested at an annual rate of 9%. So that's, remember, 9% as a decimal is 0.09. And time is 5 years because we want to know after 5 years. And we just need n because we're using the first formula. And n in this case, since it's compounded quarterly, there are 4 quarters in a year. So n is going to be 4. Quarterly represents 4. Okay, so we just plug in our values. So that's, as you probably already know from solving word problems in the past, the most difficult part about solving a word problem is setting up the problem. It's never solving the equation or anything. It's always kind of setting up the problem, understanding what the problem is asking, and then setting it up. All right, so A is equal to 12,000, using our formula, times 1 plus 0.09 over n times raised to the n times t with 4 times 5. And this is an example of a problem. I'm not looking for an exact answer. So, and I forgot, and we know n is 4. All right, so you can put this in your calculator, and when you do, you're going to get, so you're not actually, I want to change this to an approximation. That means approximately, because we're not going to get an exact answer. And so once you do that and check my answer, you should get $18,726.11. They won't let me write the 11 cents. Okay, so check my work, and you should get the same answer. If not, then you can let me know. But your video quiz question 3, so your last question is, using this example we just did, so example 5, determine the balance after 5 years if it is compounded monthly. So make sure, so if it's monthly, what does that mean? And continuously. Okay, and those are your 3 questions for the quiz. And I am done.